that run came from this fish, a common carp. My friend caught this common in Central Park, New York City when he was fishing with a breadfly, the same one I'm going to teach you how to tie today. Common carp are an incredibly popular fish to target, especially in Central Park, New York City, where they're very easy to fish for. All you do is chum with bread and Cheerios till they start to come up and feed. Then usually you would place your hook covered with bread or Cheerios in front of its face and it'll eat it. But instead of going through all of that bread and natural matter, you can just use a bread fly. Alright, now we're going to get into actually tying it. So for this fly, it's very simple. All you need is white UTC. I'm using 140 denier here. Along with the thread, you need elk hair and a straw. It can be any type. Here I'm just using a metal one. Now let's get into tying. All you're going to do here is just lay down a thread base. First, all you're going to do is take your clump of elk hair and tie it in on the back. Make sure to fully spin it around. Sometimes I even use my hands to get it all the way around. But just make sure it's spun, and then clip off your tag ends and secure. Pull down real tight so it splays out. Now, this is where the straw comes in. You come back, and just at the first time, I like to clip the ends. And here we come with the straw again. The straw is going to become very helpful here. Just build a little bit of a base at the front to keep the elk hair splayed back a little bit. I pre-trim all of these ends off screen to where they're just two flat sides. I never trim the back because I want the body to be as full as possible. It gets pretty repetitive over time, so you know how it goes. You add in your elk hair that's been trimmed, you push it back with the straw and secure. You just keep doing this over and over. A few tips on spinning the elk hair: take a few wraps slowly. This video is just sped up to make it easier to watch, but I take it real slow and just make sure every fiber is pulled all the way around. As you saw there, I'll even use my fingers to make sure it's fully wrapped around. Sometimes it just splays nicely. Make sure to pull tight so it always comes out. Just keep pulling back and securing your tag ends. Just keep adding and adding till it looks full. Usually, I'll go maybe a few centimeters off from the head, but it's a pretty simple fly. Now this will probably be my last batch here because we're pretty close to the eye, and you can just see how helpful the straw has been to help me keep it back. I'll just secure one more time and bring my thread up to the front of the eye and just whip finish once or twice. Nothing more than that because it gets pretty hard to whip finish on this. Our elk hair has been pushed back from so many uses with the straw, so I just comb it up front to see what the real profile of the fly looks like. Now this is where you make it exactly how you want it. So I'm sorry for the bad angle here, I had a little trouble filming this. But basically all you do is just trim all around the fly to make sure it's in a uniform length on the sides, tops, and bottoms. All you really want to make it do is just look like a little pellet. So keep it dense, but make sure it's been brushed up front so it looks natural. Just trim all around the sides and the front so it looks at its best. This is what it looks like when it's finished, just a nice tight pellet. And as you can see, I'm just brushing it forward with my scissors to make sure it's fully splayed out and looks how I want it to. And there you go, this is what the finished result should look like, just a tight small pellet of bread. And in a second here, I'm going to teach you how to fish it. I know that this sounds weird, but I usually fish this fly in spinning gear for carp. It's just because I can't really fly cast with all the people around at the popular areas at Central Park. So all I do is I dap it in the water a few times to get it a little bit wet for a little distance. And you aren't going to get a ton of casting distance with this. It's going to be a short distance, but that's all you need because the carp come in real close to shore. All you do is you take your bread and your Cheerios, throw them out around you, and chum. When you see the carp come up, just throw the fly out as far as you can, or it doesn't even need to be far. Just throw out in front of their faces, and usually they'll eat it. After enough times having it touch the water, it'll slowly sink, and that's perfect for koi. Because koi don't really feed off the top. They're more of a mid-water column feeder, so if you ever see one, cast a few feet in front and let it sink just in front of its face, and they love that. They just will slam it every time, and it is truly the perfect imitation. Because of all the elk hair, it's naturally buoyant, but with enough water, it'll sink slowly. You never really need any floating for this, so all you really do to get it dry again if you don't want it wet is just snap it around 2 or 3 times. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to tie, and I hope that this puts you on some carp. If you guys want to check out my website, northeasternflies.com, I'd really appreciate it. I'm just trying to make some money back so I can keep making videos and keep tying flies. Thank you, and see you next time.